you by Addis Ababa City Administration Education Bureau in collaboration with Addis Media Network. And I am Bizuna Makonnen. Lesson topic: addition and subtraction of integers. Addition and subtraction. Subtraction of integers. Students, after this lesson, you are expected to add integers and subtract integers. So let's proceed to the lesson. The first concept: addition of integers. Addition of integers. Addition of integers. Now first, let's see how to add integers using a number line. So let's see this concept through example. Example: add the following integers using number line. Add the following integers using a number line. Now, the first question, let's add these two numbers, 3 plus -4. Let's add these two using a number line. To remind you 2 points in previous lesson, we have seen that moving forward is represented by a positive moving forward. So if a certain thing moves 4 units forward, it becomes positive 4, you know this. And moving backward, moving backward is represented by negative. If a certain object moves 4 units back, it becomes -4. So, having this concept in mind, let's try to add these two numbers using a number line. Okay, so to add these two numbers, draw a number line and label the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes on like this to the side. And to the left, you have -1, -2, -3, and so on. So here, the question is 3 plus -4. On 3, you add -4. So here, on this 3, you add -4 means you move 4 units backward. -4 means moving back. Therefore, from 3, you move 4 is back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you get the final answer to be this one. Therefore, 3 plus -4 is this. The answer will be this, -1. Now, let's continue to the second example. Okay, take this number, -2 plus -2 plus 4. Please, students, try to add these two numbers using a number line. I'll give you 10 seconds for this question. Students, have you tried the question? Very good. Now let's do the question together. Okay, to add these two numbers, first draw a number line and label the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 in order. To the left you have -1, -2, -3 and so on. So the question here is, on -2 on this number, you add 4. You add 4 means 4 is positive 4. So you move 4 units to the right. So on 2, you move 4 units. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Finally, you arrive here. So the answer will be this, positive 2. Therefore, here, -2 plus 4 gives us positive 2. Let's proceed to third example. Okay, here you have this number, -2 plus -1. Please, students, try to add these two numbers. I'll give you 10 seconds for this question. Students, have you tried the question? Good. Now let's see the answer together. Okay, here we are asked to add these two numbers. So let's draw a number line here. And let's label the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. To the left, you have -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. So here we are asked to add -1 on -2. On -2, where is -2? -2 is here. On -2, you add -1. This means you move backward 1 unit, 1 step back. Therefore, -2, 1 back, you get here. Therefore, the answer will be -3. This will be the answer. Therefore, the answer will be -3. Now, let's continue to the second example. Example 2. Example 2. Okay, again, let's try this example. Add the following numbers using a number line. Add the following numbers using a number line. Using a number line. Using a number line. Okay. The first question, -2 plus 2. What will be the sum of these two? Let's see this question together. Let's draw a number line. And let's put the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. To the left, -1, -2, -3, and so on. So, the question here, -2 plus 2. So, on -2, you add 2. So, where is -2? -2 is here. On this -2, you add 2. That means you move 2 units to the right. Therefore, let's move 2 units. 1, 2. So finally, you get this answer. The answer will be 0. So -2 plus 2 is this, 0. Now try this question. -3 plus 3. What will be the sum of these two numbers? Please try. I'll give you 10 seconds for this question. Students, have you tried the question? Good. Let's see the answer. Now, let's draw a number line. And let's put the numbers here. 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Here, -1, -2, -3, and so on. Here, we are asked to add 3 on -3. On -3, you add 3 means you move 3 units to the right. So 1, 2, 3. When you move 3 units, you get 0. So, from these two examples, what do you conclude? Good. From these two examples, as you can see, these two numbers are opposite numbers. Again here, they are opposites. So, when you add two opposite numbers, you always get 0. Therefore, the conclusion from these two examples, the sum of two opposite numbers, two opposite numbers is 0. Is always 0. Okay, now we'll proceed to the next section, just adding integers without using a number line. Let's proceed to that. Okay, addition of integers. Addition of integers without using a number line. Without using a number line. Okay, let's see this through example. Add the following integers. Add the following integers. Okay, the first question. Here you have this one. -6 plus 4. How do we add these two numbers without using a number line? Look, in previous section, we have seen how to add two opposite numbers. We said the sum of two opposite numbers is always 0. So, let's put these two numbers in this form. -6 means you have 6 negatives. So, here, let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 negatives. And here it is 4, it's positive. 4. How many positives do we have? 4 positives. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, what will be the sum of these two? Look, we said the sum of opposites is 0, so these two cancel out. And you have only 2 negatives. The answer will be, it is -2. Again, let's see another example. Try this one. -8 plus 4. Students, please try this question. Using this form, I'll give you 20 seconds for this question. Students, have you tried the question? Nice. Let's see the answer together. here, minus 8 or negative 8 means it has 8 negatives. So let's put 8 negative here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 negatives. We have 8 negatives. Again, you add 4 positives. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4 positives. So the sum of opposites is 0, so these two cancel out. This cancels. It becomes 0. So you have this 4 negatives. Therefore, the answer will be this, negative 4. Let's proceed. Try this one. 4 plus negative 2. What will be the sum of these two numbers? I'll give you 20 seconds for this question. Students, have you tried the question? Nice. Let's see the answer together. Here, 4 means it has 4 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4 positives. And on this, you add 2 negatives. So, sum of opposites cancels. So here, this cancel out. The remaining is this only 2 positives. Therefore, the answer will be this, positive 2. Simply, we write in this form, 2, positive 2. We can write in this form, 2. Therefore, this will be the answer. Students, now, let's try to see something here. Look, when you add negative and positive number, the result is always subtraction. You subtract, but the sign changes. The sign depends on the number which is more. Here, look, negative 6 and positive 4, we have more negatives here. So when negative is more, the result you will get will be negative, and then you subtract the number 6 and 4. When you take 6, the difference of the two numbers, 6 and 4, it's 2. So you will have negative 2. Again here, when you add these two numbers, negative 8 and positive 4, you have more negatives. The result will be negative, and then you take the difference of the numbers 8 and 4. The difference of 8 and 4 is 4, so 4, the result is negative. Again here, when you add these two numbers, 4 and negative 2, you have more positive. You have more positive. Therefore, the sum will be positive, sum will be positive, and take the difference. The difference of 4 and 2 is 2. The answer will be positive 2. Most of the time we write in this form, it is 2. So this will be the technique. So using this concept, please let's try 2 questions here. Let's add these two. Negative 120 plus 100. Let's see this question together. In this case, since we have 120 negatives and 100 positives, to write this in detail is difficult on this. So simply we'll try a technique. Since we have more negatives here, the result will be negative, and you take the difference of the two numbers. Therefore here you have 120 and 100. You take the difference of the two. The difference of the two, 0 minus 0 is 0, 2 minus 0, 2, 1 minus 1 is 0. The answer is 20. So you have negative 20. The answer will be this, negative 20. This will be the answer. So I'll give you one question for you. Please try this one. What will be the sum of 80 plus negative 20? I'll give you 10 seconds for this question. Students, have you tried the question? Good. Let's see the answer. Now here, when you add these two numbers, positive 80 and negative 20, you have more positives here. Therefore, the answer will be positive, and you take the difference of the numbers, 80 and 20. The difference of 80 and 20 will be, it is 0 minus 0, 0. 8 minus 2 is 6. The answer will be 6. It is positive 60. Simply, we write in this form. The answer will be this, positive 60. That's it. Now, let's proceed to another example. Example. Add the following integers. Add the following integers. Okay, the first one, negative 4 plus negative 2. In this case, both numbers are negative. So how do we add these two? Let's see this together. When you add these two, you have 4 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, on this, you add 2 negatives. In this case, they do not cancel out because they are not opposite. So, the sum will be, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 negatives in this case. Therefore, the answer will be this, negative 6. Let's continue to the second part, second example, B. Please try to add this number, negative 6 and negative 4. I'll give you 10 seconds for this. Students, have you tried the question? Nice. Let's see the answer together. Okay, here, to add these two, you have 6 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, you have 4 negatives. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 negatives. So let's count. In this case, we don't have opposites. So there is no positive, negative. So we cannot cancel out. Simply we count the negatives here. So the result will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 negatives. The answer will be negative 10. Okay, now, from these two examples, what do we conclude? Look, when you add 2 negatives, the answer will be always negative, and you add the numbers. Negative, put negative, you add 4 and 2, you have 6, the answer will be negative 6. Again here, both are negatives, so put the result will be negative and add the numbers 6 and 4. 6 and 4 is 10, you have 10 negatives, so the answer will be negative 10. So, using this concept, please try this question. C, let's try to add these two. Negative 120 plus negative 80. Students, please try this question. I'll give you 20 seconds for this. Students, Have you tried the question? Nice. Now let's see the answer. These two are negative numbers. So in this case, simply you put the negatives on and you add the numbers. The numbers are 120 and 80. Therefore, the sum of these two, 0 plus 0 is 0, 2 plus 8 is 10, and 1 plus 1 is 2. The answer will be 200. 200. That's it. This is all. So let's proceed to the next section, subtraction of integers. Subtraction of integers. Okay, so let's compare the following before directly subtracting integers. Let's see one activity. Compare the following. Compare the following. Okay. Let's compare these two. 6 minus 4 and 6 plus negative 4. Let's compare these two. Let's see this one. What result do you get when you subtract 4 from 6? Or 6 minus 4 gives us what? Good. 6 minus 4 is this 2. Again, let's see these two. 6 plus negative 4. In this case, as we have seen earlier, when you add these two, 6 positives, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positives, and 4 negatives. In this case, the opposite cancels out, and you have positive 2. The answer will be this 2. Or simply, when you add these two, you have more positive, the result will be positive, and you subtract, and you get 2. Therefore, both are equal, are the same. Therefore, in the case of subtraction, the technique you use is subtracting means adding the opposite. For integers A and B, A minus B can be written as A plus opposite of B. Look, this one. 6 minus 4, written as just change this minus to plus, and the opposite of 4 is negative 4. Similarly here, A minus B means just change this into additional plus, and the opposite of B is minus B. Therefore, just we follow this procedure for subtracting integers. So let's see examples. Example. Example. Subtract the following. Subtract the following. First, writing in the form of sum. By writing in the form of sum. By writing in the form of sum. Okay, the first one, A. Let's take this. 10 minus 15. Okay, let's try this together. How do we subtract this? First, by changing in the form of sum. So, here, as we said earlier, just change this one into plus. 10 plus, and the opposite of 15 is good. It's negative 15. Now, after this, let's find the result. 10 plus negative 15. We have more positives or more negatives? Good. We have more negatives. So the result will be what? Negative. Good. So negative. And then what do? We subtract. Good. So 15 minus 10 is 5. The result will be this, negative 5. Now let me give you a question for you. Try this one. 4 minus 9. Please, students, just try to change this in the form of sum and then find the result. I'll give you 20 seconds for this. Students, have you tried the question? Nice. Let's see the answer. So, to convert this into the form of sum, change this minus to plus. Therefore, you have 4 plus, what is opposite of 9? Negative 9. Therefore, let's add these two. When you add these two, we have more positives or more negatives? We have more negatives. So the result will be what? Negative. That's it. Minus. And then we subtract. For the difference of 4 and 9, 9 minus 4 is 5. The answer will be this, negative 5. Now, let's continue to other examples. Example, subtract. Subtract the following integers. The following integers by writing in the form of sum. By writing in the form of sum. Okay, the first one, negative 5 minus 1. Let's see this one together first. Okay, here, to convert this into the form of sum, change this one into positive, and then the opposite of 1 is it is minus 1. Therefore, here, minus 5 plus the opposite of 1 is negative 1. What will be the sum of these two? Okay, the sum of these two, both are negatives. We can see this in this form. We have 5 negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have one more negative here. The sum of this, there is no positive and negative that will be cancelled out. So simply we count all together. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The result will be negative 6. Or simply, as we said earlier, when you add two negatives, first put the negative sign and take the sum of the numbers 5 and 1. 5 plus 1 is this, 6. And the result will be negative 6. So let's proceed to the next part. Try this one. Negative 12 minus 3. Students, please try this question. I'll give you 10 seconds for this. Students, have you tried the question? Nice. Now, let's see the answer together. Here you have negative 12. To change this in the form of sum, first, negative will be plus. So, negative 12 plus, what is the opposite of 3? Good, it is negative 3. Therefore, you add these two. Negative 12 plus negative 3. What will be the result? Nice. The result will be negative 15. Simply in this case, since both are negatives, so you put negative and you add the number 12 and 3. Therefore, 12 plus 3 is 15. The final result will be this negative 15. Now, let's proceed to the other example. Example. Subtract the following integers. Subtract the following integers. The following integers by writing in the form of sum. By writing in the form of sum. Okay, the first one, E, negative 10 minus negative 3. Let's try this question first together. Okay, here, as we said, simply subtracting means adding the opposite. So, this subtraction becomes plus, so minus 10 plus, and then you add the opposite. What is the opposite of negative 3? Positive 3, that's correct, good. Therefore, this is it. Now, what will be the sum of these two? Negative 10 plus 3. Okay. So here, we have more positives or more negatives? Good. We have more negatives here. We have 10 negatives. So the result will be what? Negative. So this will be equal to negative, and then we subtract in this case. So 10 minus 3 is, it is 7. That's correct. So the result will be this, negative 7. Therefore, minus 10 minus negative 3 will be, it is negative 7. Let's proceed to the other example. Try this one. 8 minus negative 2. 8 minus negative 2. Please, students, try this question. I'll give you 10 seconds for this. Students, have you tried the question? Nice. Now, let's see the answer. Okay, here, subtracting means adding the opposite. So, 8 minus becomes 8 plus, what is opposite of negative 2? Positive 2. Good. So, what will be 8 plus 2? The answer will be this. 10, that's right. Therefore, this will be the answer. Let me give you one last example. This one is this B. Now, the last example, let's see C. What will be this one? Negative 12 minus negative 20. Please, students, try this question. I will give you 20 seconds for this. Students, have you tried the question? Very good. Let's see the answer. Subtracting means adding the opposite. So here, negative 12, subtracting means this becomes plus. What is opposite of negative 20? Good, positive 20. Okay, now let's add these two. negative 12 plus 20. Do we have more positives or more negatives here? We have more positives, so the result will be positive. And then we subtract. What's the difference between 20 and 12? Nice, it is 8. Therefore, the answer will be this, positive 8. That's it. So, this is all about today's lesson. I will give you some questions for you to try at home. Exercise. Evaluate the following. A, negative 12 plus 10. B, negative 3 plus negative 5. And C, negative 25 minus negative 36. D, negative 120 plus 150. E, negative 35 minus negative 4. So, please students, try this question in your home, and I'll give you 1 minute to copy the question. Until next lesson, goodbye.
For Bayern. The sliding line has lost the ball.